Heya Duck! So today in this video we are going to do some edge nails, but we're going to use acrylic and we're going to do something different with the acrylic. So keep watching because this is going to be a top tip. So I'm going to take off the top section of the form because we're not going to go to an extreme length, but we're going to do edge. Nice. So the form setup is super important. I'm going to close this end like that, pop it on to the surface, take your metal file and score it along. We can do that with our forms so they all are ready to rock and roll. So sculpting form has got the crease in. I'm going to take out the centre tab, pop that so it runs straight down with the other crease. We want to cut out a little V. That little V is going to help us fit the form. Open the back. I'm just going to have a little look at this and see where we need to trim any of the sides of the form. We're going to trim here and here, so the skin at the side doesn't push the form out. Lovely. Then we're going to take these two tabs, close them and pinch together so we get a diamond shape. Open the form out at the back, a little bit too wide, it's a little bit too high. I think you've lost weight off your fingers as well, you know.
I think I have, yeah, because my rings keep falling off.
Do they?
One thing I've noticed though now is my skin's going like...
Yeah, like the form moves on your skin.
Like crepey.
I wouldn't say it's crepey. It's not crepey on your hands, but it does move.
Yeah.
Because your skin's loosey.
I think the most has gone off my bum because it's sitting because I can just feel like...
The bone?
My bone.
Oh, you've got a bony bum now?
Yeah.
Because you've lost that much weight. Oh my God.
But it's not good though because I've got no shape. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Damien keeps saying, you need something doing with your bum. You haven't got one.
What's he want you to do?
Well, he thinks I should do some walking and running and build it up. But
do some squats.
Yeah. I keep saying I'm going to have one of them Brazilian butt lifts.
Yeah, that's a thing. You could do that. Right, so I'm going to prime this nail. And then what we're going to do is use In the Buff so we can kind of see where we're going. You could use clear if you want to. I want everybody to see what I am doing. So In the Buff, we are bridging the gap between form and nail. And don't forget, we're doing an edge shape. So you don't want to like start rounding the top surface off. Use your brush as a paddle and paddle it out. Tell the boys and girls at home how Ozempic works.
I don't really know how it works. It's like magic. It replaces a hormone.
Oh right, okay, I didn't know that.
It's a natural hormone.
Yeah.
That makes you feel full quicker. So when you're eating, you know, like normally you eat and eat and eat and eat and eat.
Yeah.
Because you've got this hormone that's in your stomach that's supposed to tell you when you're full. And some people's just stops working. Well, with Ozempic, it sort of mimics
the hormone.
The hormone. So you feel you don't need as much food, or you don't want as much food. But also, it slows the transition of food through your stomach, so you're fuller for longer.
Disclaimer, Andrea's not a doctor. She's just giving her own advice.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going on what you were told. What I was told, and what I've read. I mean, I don't know how it works.
I actually can't believe how different it is putting sculpting forms on you now you've lost weight.
Really?
Yeah. Like you think your feet and your hands, you don't lose weight off them.
Yeah.
No, massively different. I feel like I've got somebody else's hands in front of me.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose because it was all quite podgy, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very different.
Yeah. I've noticed because my rings are falling off now.
So what are you going to do about your rings being a little bit too big now?
I still haven't made smaller once I've lost enough.
How did you do that? Did you just snip a bit out and then put it back together?
Yeah.
What did you do with the bit that they cut out? I'd want that. I'd be like, excuse me, that's my gold, that is.
I don't know. Well, my favourite jewellers is closing as well.
Oh, I've heard. The Goodwins is closing.
All my rings are from there.
It is, they have a sale that starts on Saturday. I've heard on a Radio Stoke.
Damien's had stuff designed by them as well.
It's a shame, isn't it?
150 years old, I think, and something like
Wow.
They designed. Damien took my dad's wedding ring and had it cut in half, but widthways, not half.
Oh right, to make it 2 bands.
To make 2 bands.
Yeah.
And I had one from my mum that said M heart S.
Yeah.
Inside, and mine says M heart A.
Aww.
And they designed them.
Didn't know they did all that.
Yeah.
So we're keeping this application quite thin because we're going to build onto this. So did you hear about the birthday cake? I bet you haven't heard about the birthday cake. So I had a birthday cake made.
Yeah.
From Cake Box. They do gorgeous birthday. They do cakes, beautiful cakes, proper cakes, not just a cake covered in icing. Nice cake, red velvet cake, absolutely gorgeous. Made all this effort, get this cake done. Gorgeous cake. Put it in the conservatory so she wouldn't see it, and then got it out on her birthday because she says, "Have I got a cake?" And I says, "Yeah." I said, "We'll do it now if you want. I'll show it you now." She's like, "Yeah, go on then." Get the cake, and she's like over the moon with the cake. And she says, "I wouldn't leave the cake there, Mum, because of the cats. What if the cats go on the cake?" I was like, "It's been in the conservatory. They aren't going to go on the cake." 2 minutes later, Oscar's making himself comfortable on the cake box. Cake box went.
No.
That's
what cats do. Did you see something and they sit on it?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks new. I wonder what it looks like when you sit on it.
Yeah, it's a lovely. I feel like I've really got to adjust this form. One side slightly lower than the other. Yeah, so Kate got squished. She was upset. Oscar was in the doghouse. And I had to take it back to the cake place. On the way, me and Cassidy just sat there and went, "I can't sit on the cake." And she's absolutely wetting herself. And I'm wetting myself. It's not funny. She has to test them. We were laughing his heads off all the way there. And I was like, I hope they can fix it. So I walk in and I'm like, "So, there's been an accident." She looks at it and I says, "The cat might have sat on it." And she's like, "The cat sat on the cake." So she's laughing. I'm like, "Oh, for God's sake." So I've got a very upset 18-year-old.
Oh.
But I give it him. 15 minutes go by. £5 later.
Yeah.
Just a £5, brand new.
Really?
Like brand spanking new. So we're going to use white lightning, and we're also going to use some gold leaf. And the gold leaf is going to sit underneath because it's doing 3D look. I'm sorry, it's 3D time. I love it. So I want to put on some of this gold foil. Now I've not done this before, and I'm going to see if it works. Might as well test it on camera. Adam loves this.
Sure.
I don't want to add any bulk, but I want this to stick. So in theory, if I put a bit of liquid on, the liquid stays sticky, yeah? So in my head, I'm thinking that the foil or the leaf will stick to it because it's sticky.
Yeah.
Because it's tacky.
But what if it dries?
Well, this is the issue. We're going to
You're
see.
going to encapsulate it anyway, so just...
Well, we are. So we're just going to put it on and see what happens. Hopefully it'll work. So let's take some of the foil, leaf, and let's use the acrylic brush to see if it will stick on. To be working. See, I need a smooth surface, right? And that's why I don't really want to put any product on. Yeah, I could probably put some base coat on or something like that. But I didn't really want to put any clear acrylic on because it's going to be not as smooth. I love this foil. Oh, stick down. See, it's not moving. It may just work. I like it. I'm happy. There you are, you're done.
Thanks. Love it. Do I keep the forms on?
Yeah. Keep the forms on and everything.
Yeah.
You'll be alright. Showering and everything, won't you? You'll be fine. Won't be soggy.
No, can't see him getting stuck in my hair at all.
No. Can you imagine the fluff and crap? Dog hair, all sorts
my
of.
God.
Oh,
yeah.
No. We'll finish them, mate. Yeah, let's do. So the 3D is coming. It's coming. It's here. So we're going to use white lightning 3D brush, the OG original 3D acrylic brush on the Alicia brush. This is the very original one. We do it in rose gold now. Double-ended, absolutely beautiful. I haven't got one. Well, I have, but it's at home. But I've got my original. It's exactly the same, apart from mine's a different colour. You'll able to get it in rose gold, and it's absolutely stunning. So we're going to do some 3D flowers, okay? I'm just going to pop 2 beads on because I want to be rapido. I'm going to make this into a little bit of like a half moon teardroppy, not teardrop, half moon croissant. And then we're going to pad this out, keeping the point of the brush towards the middle and centre of the petal. And we're going to do another one here. Now do not press into this product until it starts to lose its shine. If you press in too early, you're just going to smush it everywhere. Make a right old pig's ear of it. Next bead. Might be able to do 2 at one time. We like a challenge. We like a challenge. So you want quite a dry bead. The brush goes to a beautiful point so you can get lovely detail. So again, into a little, just tease it with the tip of the brush into a half moon. Oh, croissant. You can knock the cameras over. Press it out. So we'll work from the outside to the middle. Each petal does not need to look exactly the same as the previous petal because no if the petal or product starts to stick to your brush, rehydrate your brush with the monomer and then clean the brush. You may have a little bit of product in your brush that it's trying to stick to. And do a little swirl in the middle using the very tip of the brush. This one I want to make into like a diamond shape. So use the sides of the brush. Press into the middle, draw it down. And then from the middle, I'm going to press out, 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 all the way to the tip to create a leaf. And then we're going to do another leaf. Tiny bead in the centre. We're going to do that swirl so we connect product to this, to that petal, and then we're going to come round, tease it round with the very tip of the brush so we get this tiny little swirl. Come back to this bead that we put down. So even though we popped that bead down while we were doing that centre swirl, I can still press it out. I'm going to do that, another leaf there. So I'm going to do a couple of flowers on here, a couple on the thumb. Right, for my next trick. We're going to get acrylic liquid, 2 lots of acrylic liquid, yeah? 2 separate dampen dishes. And then what we're going to use is, where is the? We're going to use the inks. Give them a good shake. Vigorously.
What ink that?
Take your anger out on it. Take your anger out on it. So we've got amethyst from the Neon collection and aquamarine. And we're going to take some of that and we're going to pop it into the liquid. Now this does make it acrylic set a little bit quicker.
Quicker?
Yes, a little bit.
Oh, right. I thought it would have been a bit slower.
No, it goes, it's mad, it goes a little bit quicker. So we're changing the colour of the liquid. I want to add a tiny bit of blue to this. I'm going to add some of the sapphire to it as well. It's like a little potion. Give it a stir with your spatula. Maybe a little bit more blue. A little bit more blue. And a little bit more liquid. Give it a stir. And we're going to use it with our clear acrylic. I'm going to test this. I'm going to add a little bit more to that. You're just tapping it on the edge of the pot. Don't dip the brush into the monomer, because then you'll have to clean your brush. Pick up your bead, place it on top. It's going to give it a hint of colour. So we're going to do this on top of the flowers. Not forgetting we are doing a edge nail. Then we want some clean acrylic liquid to clean out the pigment from your brush, and then we can do the next colour. Place that on, making sure we encapsulate all the different parts of the nail so they all have some colour, keeping the shape. So it's a fun way to change the colour of your acrylic powder by adding the inks to your liquid.
And it gives that like jelly colour, jelly effect as well, doesn't it? Nice.
So not only does it change the colour of the 3D work, it's also going to change the colour of the foil underneath. The foil, the gold leaf foil chismen is. Right, so we're going to take the foam off. Right, so we're going to file these now. So we're going to get the distractor out. We're going to e-file as well. And I'm going to be using the coarse bit from our ceramic collection. It has a lilac Swarovski crystal on the end. So don't forget we are doing an edge nail, so we've got to make sure we keep the shape. So I'm going very flat at the sides. Don't worry if you hit any of the flowers because it will add to the depth, so they'll appear to be lighter in colour. So we're going to file the side walls now and then the cuticle area. I'm going to do my normal filing routine, but I'm going to remember that we are doing a edge shape. So I'm going to come quite flat with the file. So we're going to wipe over with clean up solution. Oh my god, look at that.
It is lovely.
Oh, it's so pretty. I can't wait to top coat. We're going to put crystals on. Right, so crystals. We're going to use the crystals from Crystal Parade that they kindly mixed for us. Right, so we're going to use some of the gummy gel to put the crystals on with. So we're going to pick a bit of that up. And I want some here. And here. Why have I got that song in my head? We didn't start the fire.
Oh no.
It was always burning till the world could turn it. I like it. Put that in. Beautiful, pop them in the lamp. Right, so we're going to top coat now. We're not going to top coat over the crystals. We're going to go around the crystals. They remind me of vintage.
Yeah.
I don't know what vintage stuff, but they've got a vintage vibe to them. Put them in, I'll do you some after. Oh, it's very pretty. Very pretty. I love him! And I would definitely say because they are an edge shape, that you can fit more inside the nail, if you get what I mean. So you can still do your 3D and all that. Oh, they're so pretty. Like an English country garden.
Beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah. So there you are, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram and all that shebang. Don't forget, I have listed I haven't done it at all. Adam and Jay have done it. Listed everything below that I've used. So have a look at that and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ta-da, duck!